Welcome. Today, we're diving into something absolutely fascinating and completely invisible. We're looking at exactly what happens when our ancient human psychology basically crashes head-on into modern technology. We're going to unpack why it feels so incredibly hard to just focus these days and how you can actually reclaim your attention in a totally distracted world. Let's get right into it. So think about this for a second. Have you ever picked up your phone just to check, one quick message and suddenly 30 minutes have completely vanished into thin air? Or maybe you've had days where you felt incredibly busy from morning till night, but mentally exhausted by the evening with kind of nothing to show for it. Well, if so, I need you to know you are definitely not alone. And the crucial point here, this mental exhaustion isn't some personal failure. It is absolutely not a lack of discipline on your part. It's actually a design feature of the modern world. Section 1. The evolutionary mismatch. A new environment. Think about our history. For thousands of years, human biology evolved incredibly slowly. We operated with limited information, local entertainment, and very strong physical communities right in front of us. Then, in the blink of an eye, just a few decades ago, smartphones triggered an absolute explosion of infinite content. Now, today, we're hit with constant global comparison and highly personalized algorithms 24 hours a day. Which brings us to a massive realization. The world changed a whole lot faster than humans did. You see, your brain, it isn't broken. It's simply trying to navigate a completely alien environment using outdated hardware. We're basically running ancient biological software in a world of constant, relentless digital connectivity. Section 2. Inside the attention economy. Incentives and design. To really grasp how this works, we have to talk about dopamine. People usually call it the pleasure chemical, but it's honestly way more complex than that. Dopamine is actually tied to motivation, anticipation, and learning. It essentially helps your brain answer one vital question: is this worth paying attention to? Historically, this exact system kept us alive. It rewarded us for discovering novelty, finding food, and making crucial social connections. Well, modern platforms utilize that exact same survival mechanism by engineering a dopamine loop. It's literally like having a tiny slot machine right in your pocket. First, you get a trigger, like a buzz or a ping. Then you take the action to check it. But the reward, it's completely unpredictable. Maybe it's a message, maybe a like, or maybe absolutely nothing. This uncertainty creates powerful anticipation, which prompts you to repeat the cycle over and over again. Psychologists call this variable reward reinforcement, and let me tell you, it is a brilliant mechanism for creating continuous checking behavior. And all that endless checking, it leads directly to attention fragmentation. Your deep focus is just constantly getting interrupted. But the hidden cost here isn't just the 10 seconds you spent glancing at a notification. It's the massive cognitive effort required to context switch and rebuild your concentration from scratch every single time. Over time, shallow attention starts replacing sustained thinking. And because your brain gets so accustomed to this high-intensity stimulation, completely normal, everyday activities actually begin to feel incredibly boring. Section 3, the global loneliness paradox. A global challenge. Now, it's really fascinating to see how drastically different cultures are experiencing the exact same psychological outcome. Take the West, for example. Greater individualism and weaker local communities often lead to heavy digital reliance and isolation. But then look at India. Historically deep, strong community structures are meeting rapid digital adoption, which leads to that exact same digital reliance. They are two completely different cultural paths, yet they arrive at the exact same destination, feeling lonely despite having massive connectivity. So we have to ask, why do we feel so lonely when we've literally never been more connected? Well, it's because of this dynamic right here. We're replacing real, fundamental human needs with digital substitutes. Think about it. We trade genuine friendship for online followers. We trade a true sense of belonging for surface-level validation. And we trade a deep sense of purpose for endless passive entertainment. At the end of the day, it's mere interaction masquerading as genuine connection. Section 4. Pleasure versus real fulfillment. A vital distinction. There is such a profound difference between the two. Pleasure is consumed. It's immediate, and yeah, it feels really good in the moment, like scrolling a feed or buying something online. But fulfillment, that is created, it's delayed, and it yields long-term satisfaction. We're talking about things like learning a difficult skill, creating art, or building a real relationship. The massive danger of our modern consumption cycle is that we increasingly expect immediate pleasure to somehow magically provide us with long-term meaning. And these digital substitutes are uniquely impacting every single generation. Young children are experiencing reduced outdoor play or quietly erasing the healthy boredom where imagination actually begins. Teenagers are facing global social comparison instead of just local, which is leading to immense anxiety. Young adults face huge identity formation challenges. Working adults are just crushed by information overload and fatigue. And older adults, they're facing an increased risk of digital isolation. The whole issue is summarized perfectly right here. Watching life is different from living life. Watching a productivity video does not magically make you productive. Watching a travel vlog isn't traveling. It's so incredibly easy to fall into this trap of passive living, where we mistake the observation of other people's experiences for our own active participation in the world. Section 5. Reclaiming your ultimate advantage. Reclaim your focus. Okay, so how do we actually fix this? Relying purely on willpower usually fails, so we need systems. Here are the 4 stages of focus recovery. First up, awareness. You need to conduct a real attention audit to genuinely track where your hours are going. Second, eliminate triggers. Turn off those non-essential notifications. Third, rebuild attention. Start with just 10 minutes of focus and gradually increase it. You have to treat it like a muscle. And fourth, create high-value rewards. Replace that empty dopamine hit of a screen with the deep fulfillment of investing in a real skill or a real relationship. Look, the ultimate goal is absolutely not to reject technology. It's an incredible tool. The goal is simply to shift how we interact with it. We want to move from reactive behavior to intentional use, from endless scrolling to scheduled usage, and from digital dependency to prioritizing deep work and genuine relationships. We want to ensure the tool serves our human goals, rather than substituting our basic need for real belonging. Your attention shapes how your entire life is experienced. It is truly one of the most valuable resources on Earth, and it is entirely yours to direct. You have the power to protect your time and build a deeply meaningful life in this digital age. So I'm going to leave you with this provocative thought to carry with you today. What deserves more of your attention today? Today,